this works. I'm gonna hit the go live button. Currently, I'm doing basically like Civ leaders, right?
Sure.
But I put in shit like so earlier. Let me actually find a good one. I did photo, sci-fi, Innistrad, Strixhaven, Amonkhet, Beeple, fantasy artwork, and it was like Enrico Dandolo from Civ, and it spits me out this shit. And that's like a particular aesthetic that I've been aiming for just like a fun little side project that I've been playing around with. Currently, I'm trying to kind of turn Gandhi into a warframe. That's working out pretty well, actually.
It's a horrifying concept, but
like
yes.
kind of this is kind of working. It's kind of working out.
Okay, that does actually.
That's pretty good.
That looks like art that you would see in is it Stellaris?
Perhaps
Or like Endless Space, or just one of those games.
Warframe. I mean, Warframe is
Yeah.
one of the tags.
No, I appreciate that, but like I mean, like when you're choosing like a faction to play,
Yeah.
that looks like one of the thumbnails you get.
That's exactly what this is lifted from. Like this, it was originally these two were. Let me show you the original. Like because you can feed this thing pictures, and then it will alter those pictures based on what you fed it, basically, right?
All right.
So, fucking, where they be at? Where they be at? These two specifically that I can't find right now because I'm looking for them. So this is the top one, right? Enrico, it's Gandhi, dude. Where the fuck is Gandhi? There he is. And this is the bottom one, right? So these are the pictures that this is based on. And you can make shit like this. There's like a huge variety of different things that you can achieve with this kind of technology. It's kind of fucked up, honestly.
I don't know why those. It looks like a genuinely better drawing than the Gandhi one. Like the post AI.
Oh yeah,
Gandhi.
the Gandhi is not a drawing. It's like it's a 3D render from an old video game. So
Yeah, but like the AI kind of sequel, the AI version of Gandhi is like really well, like really well drawn.
That's Civ 4, right?
5.
Wait, that's 5?
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah, right. I keep forgetting that I keep forgetting that 6 came out.
Yeah, me too. I played it like once for an hour and I didn't like it.
It's fine.
What about like the future one?
Alpha Centauri?
No, Beyond Earth.
That one.
I played for a while. That's actually the ones where I'm currently downloading the leader portraits. They're not bad, honestly, but it was yeah,
Kind of a bore, honestly.
Yeah, it got boring very quickly. That's the problem that I had.
It doesn't really have much content and next to the setting, but they don't really do that much interesting stuff with the setting as well.
Yeah, if they had put a little more work into that, they would have been. It could have been significantly better than it ended up being. Yeah.
I heard it's a spiritual successor to Alpha Centauri, which I have never played.
Because that is in fact what it is, but you know.
Yeah.
But no one's played it, so we can't say for certain.
This is literally no one alive has played that game.
Yeah.
Just kind of allegedly.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, I took a look at that, but then I said, nah, that user interface and like handling looks a bit too wonky for me.
Yeah, people always like, oh, old video games, and oh, you fucking graphics snobs. Like, no, I'm not worried about the graphics. I'm worried about the fact that it just handles poorly, basically.
Yeah. And to be fair, my favorite game of all time is Dwarf Fortress, and that handles like garbage.
Yeah.
Like hot shit. But like, I don't know.
That's why
It
I've
took
never
me-
played Dwarf Fortress, to be honest.
Yeah, like once you get it, it's amazing. But it took me 2 weeks, like 2 weeks vacation. I did like nothing else but play Dwarf Fortress,
Uh-huh.
and then it kind of just clicked, I guess.
Yeah,
a long time to
I don't
play a
have the
game.
patience for that.
Yeah, exactly. I wouldn't. That was years ago. I wouldn't have that now either.
No, but it's a long time to play a game that you haven't gotten into yet.
Yeah, definitely. Especially if it has like this kind of barrier of entry.
I guess it's kind of like a XCOM. The new XCOM games are really fucking good. The old ones are probably good in their time. Like I'm trying to be nice, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know exactly
Yeah.
what you mean. Yeah.
Like Sid Meier's XCOM.
Yeah.
No, I fucking
What's
I
it?
I love the new XCOM, like XCOM Enemy Unknown. I had no idea what I was getting into. But once I played it, it's still one of my favorite games, and like XCOM 2 as well. It's some of my favorite shit that I've ever played, and I got it in like a very cheap Steam Winter Sale, getting like 15 games at once Firaxis publisher pack.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
Which, funnily enough, ended up being also including fucking Civilization 5, which also became one of my absolute favorite games of all time. So that really was a good deal when I bought that.
I played a bunch of Civilization when I was a kid. Like Civilization 2.
Yeah.
And a lot of 3. And 3 had this very fun mode where you could play as barbarians, just like just spawn like settlements randomly and just kind of fuck with people.
Hell yeah.
We live in a civilization.
Okay, I'm still here. I'm you know.
Yeah, thinking
I'm
hard.
kind of.
Should I ping the fucking crowd?
I'm kind of surprised that no one showed up yet.
It happens sometimes. It's not common, but every once in a while, it's just for some reason everyone's like busy this day, and then like nobody shows up.
I see.
It's not actually that much of a problem.
Well, I wasn't trying to imply that.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, the problem is that I'm like distracted because I'm hyperfixated on this fucking. It's literally, you know the dopamine kick that you get from like finding a piece of content that you enjoy.
Except you can just keep.
Yeah,
pressing
it's
the
that, but like
Yeah.
every couple minutes. It's a problem.
Digital crack.
Yeah, they made crack.
Is this the cyberpunk future that like everyone keeps warning me about?
There's some kind of video game that I haven't played, but which apparently does the thing where it explores the ramifications of existing in a society where all art is just custom made and delivered to everyone as they prefer it. Like you just get sent exactly the kind of shit that you want.
This was definitely come up with by an artist, for sure.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. No, of course. Okay, this is a good one.
I wouldn't mind checking that out, though. It's an interesting concept.
I forget what it's called, unfortunately. I would tell you if I knew.
I'm sure you're not just keeping it secret from me. Just like, no, fuck that, dude.
Out of spite.
Secrets.
Oh yeah, dude, there's this game. It's really fucking good. Best game I've ever played. What's it called? I'm not telling you.
Yeah. I'm not saying what it is. If you knew, you'd love it, but I'm not saying it.
Yeah.
In fact, in my description of it, I'm going to include false information to like throw you off the scent. Oh shit! Yeah, that is what I'm doing, though. I know exactly the game. I pissed people off at a party yesterday because basically I pretended that I didn't know what the Amber Room was, and then when I was a kid, like my Nazi neighbors, I saw pieces of it there, and I had them going for like probably 15 minutes. She's lying for literally no reason.
LMAO, hey guys, I was just taking dinner, okay?
Yeah.
So I had to have a talk with my dad just because, like, he's leaving for the weekend to go visit his mom, and yeah, he just want to make sure, like, nothing bad gonna happen. I mean, I'm gonna invite Chris and another friend, so it's probably gonna be fucking sick.
I hear there's gonna be a sort of meetup situation with there's pretty much all of the people in chat right now except me and also other people that exist.
Yeah, so it's Heinz, Theo,
me.
Chris.
Yeah. No, but there's another guy that I kind of blanked. There's another person I kind of blanked on.
Jane?
Jane, yes. Sorry. Jane and Emmy. Was it Emmy? No, wait, hang on.
It was Emmy.
It is.
Yeah, Emmeline. Sorry, not Emmy. Emmeline.
Yeah, but everyone calls her Emmy.
That's her nickname.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I'm also currently in the process of doing job hunting, so forgive me if I'm a bit silent.
I love that in a space where people just can make up their own names, there's still nicknames based off the names.
Yeah, for example, me, it's either Barbarian or Posh, but most people call me Posh.
I call you gay-ass motherfucker.
Oh, you're Frenchy.
Yeah, no, most people here call me Frenchy, but other parts it's like Posh, and a few exceptions may call me Barbarian.
Yeah, also, but that's too many syllables.
Hang on, hang on. Was it that thing where? Oh yeah, nickname.
We should just start calling you like Senegalese or something.
Change nickname of friend. There we go.
LMAO. Hang on, guys, look at this. Oh my god, this is fucking gold.
That reminds me of
something. I've seen that one.
I do find it quite amusing since.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that is horrible!
Come on, it's fucking great.
There's someone in chat actually saying, "Hello, Berger. I've gotten back from a deployment a month ago, and I've finally been able to catch a live stream. How are you doing?" I was about to do like a whole bit of like not understanding what you mean by deployment, but I'm not going to be that much of a cunt right now. I feel like that shit was maybe like rude.
Like, what deployment are we talking about?
Yeah,
like deploying.
Deployment, as in you just. We're on
they're gonna apparently do the bit in my stead.
Yeah.
So I don't have to be. I don't have to come up like a massive penis.
Oh my god, I am so disappointed right now. Holy fuck.
What up?
2 of the job listings that I really wanted to apply for just got archived. No.
It's like, it was.
I remember the thing about the meetup that I find quite funny is that Theo, our resident legend, is the one who organized it, but also doesn't have a way to get here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was
legally enter the country.
I was thinking of talking about that actually. So I don't have a
What's the
passport because I never
situation?
needed one.
Yeah.
And so like a passport, it takes like a month maybe to do, but you can pay like the 30 euros extra to get it done in a week. Or you can get a temporary passport, so which is done like very much like almost instantly.
Yeah.
So for either of these three options, I need to get an appointment at City Hall, and City Hall is booked out until 1.5 months in the future.
Yeah, that's pretty insane.
Apparently, though, they made it a battle royale where you can just show up on a Thursday between 12 and 15, and just hope that you find someone to speak to. But because it's such a short time window, every single person will be there.
Yeah.
You just have to beat your way through the crowd.
Hey, so a real quick question: in Europe, do you guys have to bring your own passport photos in?
All
Or do
right.
They have a
they just-
machine.
Yeah, because over here we have to. I mean, for every other ID, we can the place will take the picture, but when it comes to passport photos, you have to get somebody who's qualified to take passport photos to take passport photos.
It's like a picture booth of
It's like
sorts.
they just have a machine where you go and the machine takes the pictures.
Yeah, the machine. It's smart enough to check that you're not like.
When I traveled to
standards or
England,
whatever.
I was able to use my ID card, but that was before Brexit, so
Yeah, that's.
That was before breakfast.
Yeah. So
Fair.
now I have to deal with that stuff. And if I end up not being able to go there, one, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed. But two, I'm gonna have to like guide these people through the Airbnb and shit like that because I booked it everything.
Yeah, that's what I was told, is that you're the person who just signed off on all that.
The one person who isn't in the country
Yeah.
and may or may not be allowed in the country.
I mean, they could, even if I get a passport, there is like a. I mean, I don't know how this stuff works, but I heard stories of people just getting turned away at the border as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you just
I don't
have
think
to
that's
say,
likely.
You have to say you're a lorry driver, and they will just.
I don't even
just
have a regular.
say you're a
driver's
truck
license.
driver.
Yeah. It's
Just
Just
say
say
you left it at home.
yeah.
I left it. Yeah, don't worry.
It's just do the thing where you like pretend check your pockets to see if there's a lorry in there.
You
symbolically
pull-
put my pockets inside out and like
Oh
shucks.
no!
you pull your pockets out, and a little moth comes out,
Yeah.
flies out.
Oh hell yeah!
Your
dude.
your pants have like a patch on the butt.
Oh hell yeah, dude!
You got Bindle with you. Sorry, I'll stop.
Damn it,
You should just continue going into like trucker terms and eventually just make them up. And see how long we like laugh to like not seem like we're stupid because we don't know what trucker terms are.
Look, I'm at the end of my drive shift, and I've got 10 tons of oranges, and I don't know if the reefer's got enough fuel. And well, that's actually not a lot of oranges. That's only that's like.
I mean, I guess with the truck.
I mean, for like one person, that's quite a lot.
Yeah, I don't
God
know how you're
fucking
gonna
damn
eat
it.
all of those. Frankly,
Yeah.
that's gonna be difficult for you to do. To eat.
Actually,
all those
actually
oranges.
that one word I use is it's
Bruh.
one of the funniest words for me to use because here in the States a
Holy fuck.
a refrigerated trailer is called a reefer.
Yeah, hell
Fucking
Reefer.
what?
Based.
Yeah.
Isn't that a slur?
No,
No,
it's,
no,
it should be.
it should be.
Why?
No, it's just slang for joints.
Oh.
from the
their-
1920s, no less. Like this is
Yeah.
Oh, I
Vintage.
only know it. I only know that term from the word reefer madness.
yeah, that's where it's from.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
And it was specifically the Reefer Madness was specifically to like portray it as something black people do.
Oh, that's why I thought it was racist.
Yeah, it's black and Mexicans.
Yeah.
It was, and the specific focus was the weed was being used by black and Mexican men to target white women and white girls.
Yeah.
You know, this is a classic American, you know, fear mongering and racism and all that.
Good old America.
As American as apple pie, which means it's British.
Have you seen Walk Hard?
Excuse me?
Have I seen what?
Walk Hard. It's a movie. It's like a comedy, and there's a scene where the main character, who is played by fucking somebody who's famous. 1 second.
One of those people.
That often happens
John C. Reilly.
when they cast movies, is that they put in famous people. That
oh my god!
Is this
you don't say.
Yeah,
it's John C. Reilly, who's very good.
Yeah,
and
John C. Reilly's alright.
He walks in on this guy and a girl like smoking weed, and she's like, "Can I have some?" No, you really don't want this. Like this is some fucked up shit. Like you really don't want to smoke any of this, and like takes a drag. It's like, oh yeah, you're probably right. I don't want to get like a hangover or anything. It doesn't have a hangover. Oh well, I don't want to get addicted then. It's like, yeah, it's not addictive either. Oh well, I have to go home, and I don't want to get like in a car accident. Oh no, you'll be fine. Don't worry. It's like, well, in that case, maybe I'll have one. And he just kind of walks into a bank.
And
no, that's just where the scene ends.
LMAO.
Just get high, walks into a bank.
Guy walks into a bank.
Oh, sorry, for context, the two people are smoking in a vault. So, like, he walks into the vault.
Okay, I see.
Okay.
All right.
To be fair, if you like brought like modern weed back to like the 1950s, it would probably kill them.
People, they would die. Yeah, that's.
How so, though?
It's just our modern weed has just been bred to be so potent. THC.
It's like, you know how like images of old watermelons, where it's like mostly the white stuff in the watermelons, and they have these swirls in them.
Yeah.
Like still life chiaroscuro type shit.
Yeah.
It's like it's that, but modern watermelons.
Yeah.
That are like genetically engineered to be extra juicy and concentrated.
Or like you look at ancient corn and it looks like just wheat, and now we have those massive cobs.
Fuck. I've just seen a picture of an old watermelon.
Yeah, looking up pictures of like wild ancient variants of domesticated fruit is like wild. Like strawberries. Like strawberries used to be very tiny and bitter, and it's like who thought to? It's like they were so nasty. Then who thought to? Hey, we can make a fruit out of this.
Alright, so the person in the comments was in Kuwait mostly.
Kuwait. Wow.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. How was it over there? Like.
Apparently, it was just like Iraq without the constant threat of indirect fire and drone strikes.
Still playing the Gulf War.
That's always nice.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of have to. I kind of
not be drone struck.
Low. Oh, by the way, are you seeing the shit show that Overwatch 2 is? LMAO?
I mean, it was kind of expected to be a shit show. Like, I haven't seen what's happening now, but the fact that it was backwards compatible with the first game usually isn't a good sign.
Overwatch 2's gone like classes because I don't know how it is over there in Europe, but here in the States, you can't register to play the game if you have a prepaid phone number. You have to have a contract.
I'm sorry?
How on earth would they even differentiate between that?
Yeah, what the fuck,
over here, certain phone number, like...
like phone blocks.
Yeah, the certain phone blocks are dedicated to prepaid numbers,
I
and that's
see.
that's how you can tell. And their justification is it's supposed to like limit cheating and griefing, but it's like,
of course.
That sounds kind of sus, not gonna lie.
Because that helps with GTA.
There's like people on Reddit going like, I have a prepaid card because I'm a kid or I don't have a lot of money and I can't afford a contract. And it's like, it's like they're saying it's to limit cheating and griefing, but it's like you're really just like excluding the whole player base.
I mean,
look,
if it's kids,
players
though,
are not gonna buy loot boxes. So
look,
why...
Can I just say?
No.
Can I just say? Blocking kids from playing a game is kind of base, though.
Everyone, literally the day they turn 18. Straight up. God damn it.
To be fair, once in a while that I do play Fortnite, it does rekindle my nostalgia of bullying children.
I stand.
I'll hop in the Fortnite and like one of my teammates. It's like you hear the squeaky 12-year-old voice, you hear the vacuum cleaner in the background and all that. And I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking grief the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Here's a vacuum in the background. Okay, he's basically asking for it.
There's a Hispanic woman shouting at him in the background.
LMAO. Fucking hell.
That is so visceral as well.
I'm kind of weird in that I actually really enjoyed playing Overwatch back in the day. I was a big fan.
Oh yeah, I was Mercy and Roadhog.
Yeah, I was
Those are my two
fucking
go-tos.
Reinhardt. That was my shit. The guy who didn't have to
German.
shoot.
I was a cunt. I played fucking Moira and Brigade.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah.
I played Roadhog because I was like, he looks like me. And he walks and breathes like me too, so perfect.
Do you also have like an inhaler that restores health? That's like just giving the fat guy an asthma inhaler ability. That was just
no joke. I do because I have to use a CPAP mask because I have a sleep apnea, so I actually do have a mask that looks like kind of like Roadhog's mask.
Rocks. That fucking rocks. Yeah, I don't know. I was really looking forward to the new game, the new fucking Overwatch, but now that I found basically, that it's all of the things that it is, I'm like, no, fuck that.
Well,
I'm not doing.
Okay, I'm out of the picture. What is it?
Oh,
it looks just like Overwatch. There's no. You look between Overwatch 2 and Overwatch, and there's really not much of a difference. It's just Overwatch 2 is way more loot crate. Actually, I think they took out loot crates. They got something else they're doing, but it's grindy as hell, and you have to pay for characters.
A lot of microtransactions bullshit. But it's mainly just the design priorities, and you have to play like I don't know how many fucking you have to grind in order to unlock the PvP mode.
What?
Yeah, somebody on Reddit calculated because they lock you out of if you don't have Overwatch 1.
Yeah.
And you buy Overwatch 2, you don't get access to the original characters. And if you were
unless you pay
get
money.
all of them.
Oh, of course.
Well, pay for the chance. pay for the chance
Yeah.
to get
Oh.
them. And he calculated it, and it's about $5,000 if you were just to spend money.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
This
sounds so ridiculous that I think I'm missing some very crucial context here, or Blizzard has just gone mad.
It's just the games
No,
industry, dude. They do
you
not
are
get it.
absolutely not.
Okay, fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point.
No,
the
the video game industry has not learned a single goddamn lesson.
Of course not. They never do.
Well.
They never do.
You would say it's mostly middleware or AAA games who haven't learned that lesson. I think indie games seem to be like all right.
Oh,
but they're not
indie
in the
games
industry.
are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Indie games
Aren't they?
pretty solid.
Not in the sense.
All right.
I feel that term gets thrown around a lot, especially I don't know. Any of you guys watch No Clip? You know, the documentary series on. Okay, well, anyway, they did a review. They did a documentary series on Bethesda, and Todd Howard kept referring to Bethesda as an indie studio.
Excuse me.
Oh, this
That
is
is
like
amazing.
this is like Friedrich Merz, the opposition leader in Germany, who literally owns a plane, referring to himself as upper middle class.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
I mean,
the
like
documentary
20,
series
25
back
years
in-
ago.
the documentary series was from 2017.
Bethesda
Yeah.
was not an indie studio in 2017 either.
No. I mean,
I guess
Fucking
when he kept saying it, and nobody called him out on him. It's like I think the only reason he said that was because he must think that anyone who's not like EA or Activision or Sony or Microsoft is indie.
I'm actually going to make a case for this. So, Bethesda, because this would have been before the Microsoft acquisition, they were technically
yes.
independent.
They
So
were
that's
independent.
what indie
under,
is short for. So, like at the
But
taking like
have you
the C2 route of
considered
linguistics.
that you're gay?
No.
yeah.
well, you should.
I mean, I know what you mean, but that's like a technicality type. This is like Microsoft saying we're an independent developer of computer systems because we are not owned by anyone.
Yeah. Like, when we go that route, like every mega corporation is independent.
Yeah.
An indie. There's a
Great standing. Oh shit!
I'm
That
not
was-
sure.
You're doing a good job.
That would be like Renault cars claiming they're a progressive company because they're owned by the government of France. That doesn't work. The
LMAO.
government.
getting owned by friends.
Yeah,
Getting
you
owned
gotta
by
be
friends.
fucking
Well,
real
I
loser to
mean,
get owned by fucking friends.
to be fair-
fucking right.
Yeah, that's honestly.
To be fair, like France does own quite a lot of its
Posh
former
as
colonies.
ass. It owns.
I mean, yes, it owns every single one of its citizens' ass. Let's be real.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it also owns quite a lot of its former colonies' assets, or at least like
Or, you
if
know,
they find
France owns
if
the currency that like half of
Yeah,
Africa uses.
yes, but like any resources they find, I think it's like 50% of it has to go to French companies.
Which is
Mildly
fucked
corrupt.
up.
Yes.
Wait, so French companies get first dibs on any resources like found in Central Africa?
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
kind of fucked up.
It's
Yeah.
it's just straight up colonialism. Like
It's
the-
like, yeah, no wonder the one country with the most generic ass name, the Central African Republic, is a fucking hellhole. It's like literally the country's name is just country republic,
Yeah.
and it's like the most violent, deadly country in the world. Thank you, France. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Of course, it's fucking France. Every single time it's fucking France.
It is though.
It is though. Like it's not in Belgium.
Yeah, no. I'm
fair.
not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying like every single fucking time it's fucking France.
Well, to be fair, there's
Bro, you're breaking
that
up
was
so
on
bad.
the Belgians, but they're kind. Oh, sorry.
The Belgians.
What about the Belgians? Are you talking about like
Congo.
how they fucked over the Congo with Leopold II?
Yeah,
By the way,
yeah.
it was not owned by Belgium the state. It was owned specifically by the King of Belgium as his own private property, which is even more fucked up.
It wasn't owned by Belgium the state. It was owned by Belgium the person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
still
but
Belgium.
actually, fun thing,
Mr. Belgium.
fun thing about the monarchy in Belgium. Technically speaking, he is not the king of Belgium, or it's not king or queen of Belgium. It's king or queen of the Belge, as in the Belgian people.
I keep forgetting what they're called, and it's funny every time.
It's
really
fucking weird.
dumb.
I cracked up when I
Belch.
found out about the Karen people.
So I wait, hang on.
Oh
There's
my
a
God.
Karen people.
Yeah,
Yes.
no, fucking bring that Wikipedia article up, bro.
I'll find it.
That shit was fucking hilarious. They have their own language too.
It's like Sino-Tibetan.
Sino-Tibetan.
Close enough. I don't give a fuck.
I don't think that's one of them things that you can pronounce whichever way you want. Holy shit. She kind of has that vibe too. I'm sorry, maybe I'm just being primed because I'm seeing the name, but she does look like she's gonna ask for the manager in like a Chinese way.
Wait, excuse me? What are you looking
No,
at?
she looks like she's gonna yell at me for staring at those hats in the background.
She is the
Oh,
manager,
yeah.
actually.
She is the manager.
Yeah, yeah, she's gonna yell at me because I don't speak Karen.
That is a killer outfit, though. I love the hat.
Yeah.
That is a pretty cool outfit.
No, like,
Hat
to be
box.
fair, any Turkic or Sino-related groups have killer outfits. Look at Uzbekistan outfits, like,
Oh yeah.
bruh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, those are pretty cool.
Or like, what was it? It's not the Tartars. There's like a group of people specifically in Russia, somewhere around the Ural Mountains, who have absolutely like mwah, beautiful outfits.
I get really stressed out by the existence of the Tartars because it's also a food term.
And completely unrelated.
I feel like, it has nothing to do with that. And I feel like that I'm usually I don't have a problem with this, but in that situation specifically, something about it just fucks with me. And I don't like it.
That is completely fair, to be honest.
Yeah.
The thing that fucked me up about the Tartars is that in kung fu movies, they like in like the old Hong Kong ones, they were always like the villains.
Uh-huh.
Wait,
But
Tartars?
Yeah, but in the English dubs, they're like a completely different ethnicity. Like they changed the group entirely.
The Westerners won't know what Tartars are, so that's just
Tartars are, yeah.
they'll get they think it's like a cooking thing. It's not a cooking show.
I think they get changed to like
No, I know
Mongolians or
about the Tartar people. I mean, I've heard of them. I know that they were the original settlers of Crimea, and I think that Ukraine should kick out the Russians from Crimea and bring back the
Crimea River. Am I right?
yeah.
That's a new joke. I love that
By the way,
the Kiev
was
is
great.
probably gonna get nuked in like
I'm excited.
the next couple.
Did you guys,
I'm not
did you
looking
guys
forward
see
to that.
Did you guys see the drone video of the two Russian soldiers? One's getting a blowjob from the other one, and
Oh,
the
yeah.
drone drops a bomb on him.
Yeah.
LMAO, that one was beautiful.
The guy that you had deployed as a spy, Posh, he is the most spy-looking motherfucker that I've ever seen. Like, I'm sorry, but
Hang on.
I would
If you see that guy wandering
immediately
around-
disqualify it as the job.
Huh?
Damn it! I can't put any agents on him. Fucking hell. I really need followers for this guy, because otherwise all I'm doing is just accumulating skill points, and that takes forever. Takes fucking forever. Also, I've conquered... The way I had to conquer this place, Massilia, was literally just take my army, go to Segesta, got on a fleet, almost got that fleet destroyed, dropped in, then the Gauls attacked me while I was besieging. I was like, bro, we just negotiated a ceasefire, could you not?
I hate when the Gauls attack, dude. That is every time, dude.
They have the gall.
Yeah. It's like, bro, I'm just trying to fucking level up my spies, dude.
Yeah, it's like, bro, can
Gauls?
you not?
I've been
Gauls.
fucking... Yeah.
I was about to say, you know the meme of like wolves and domesticated dogs, like how wolves are just so huge and badass, and dogs are just lovable and just dogs.
Yeah.
That's how Gauls are. That's how Gauls are the French people.
Bro, that shit was stupid.
He's not
Like,
wrong.
No, that was good. That was good.
That's very good.
I've been fucking around with Boudica now. She came out real good. Except for the hand. There's often like little details because I like this kind of like weird kind of
are you doing AI art? Yeah, no,
I'm not doing
kind of
AI art. I'm fucking around with AI to produce pictures. Let's not pretend that this is somehow art. Although some of them do look very good, like this castle that I made a couple days ago. Also based on like a
Based.
Based. It is a based castle.
I've really come around to using like input images. Because you can let me show you a good example of this. Just how far you can go.
Fuck you.
I just have to find the original image with which I initialized all that.
To be fair to the AI, I suck at drawing hands too. Like it's.
Yeah, no. Hands from what I've heard from other artists are like actually fucking impossible.
They're difficult to do
difficult
for a lot of
draw.
people. Okay, so this is the original image that I put into all of the following artwork that I'm going to post, and I fucked around with the settings quite a bit to like made it into different things. Like here, I made it into like an Arabic castle, basically. Which is what that looks like.
Just like slanting.
Yeah.
Sable taxes again. Holy shit.
1 second.
Leaning Tower of Mecca.
Yeah.
LMAO.
I have this was an ice golem. Which it kind of looks, you know.
It looks like the head is, and it's like the rest of the body's under the ground.
Which does remind, this one, I made it into a Moai, and it looks really good. I mean, that looks really fucking good.
That does.
Let's see, what else do we have? I have a bunch of castles. Like this one came out pretty good. I put in like the art styles of various different artists. This one fucking rocks.
That looks cool.
And it often has like these weird artifacts, like these like little fucking things that are floating around on top.
God damn it.
Like the angels that are like flying around the.
And I find that those are like very good if you want to, to throw you a curveball in terms of inspiration. But by a different artist, for instance, produced this castle. Ah, shit, I didn't post that one actually. This castle instead. So they do look very different from each other. If you just alter some minor parameters. Yeah, go ahead.
Which AI are you using?
This is Stable Diffusion because it runs on my hard drive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for those ones I posted, I used Midjourney, which I really like Midjourney.
Yeah, Midjourney spits out some pretty consistent results. That's very good.
God damn it! This is the worst guy I've ever had.
So this is a really funny one. I just put beer can into the prompt box, and this is what it came out with.
For the iceberg.
Yeah.
It just looks like a cooler.
Yeah.
That AI generated one of a castle looks fucking dope though. Like that looks like some weird.
One?
The top one, the first one.
I also took this exact block of ice and I did some sci-fi shit with it. So you have stuff like this. Wait, hang on. Right? This is like a completely different thing now.
Fuck me.
And like this. This one I actually like. It just seems like concept art for some sort of video game. And I think this may actually be my favorite image of all of them. This one.
How much do you want to see ghouls fighting over a bridge?
That is very fucking cool.
Yeah. Very much, actually.
Oh damn! That looks like some proper sci-fi shit, though.
Yeah.
Like that's some pretty good sci-fi.
In Star Wars, fucking one of them, there's the Jawa transport, like the big fucking that kind of gives me that vibe. Yeah, like
fair.
In terms of like dimensions.
I also fucked around with a picture of a bear. And my two favorite ones out of that series were these two. These are really fucking cool, I think. Like the top one, where I put like H.R. Geiger as part of the prompt, which you can see.
Yeah.
And like the bottom one, where it just almost has a sort of insectile look.
And the prompt,
yeah. And the prompt unexpectedly for that one is lava.
Oh my god, what the fuck is this? It looks like some sort of beetle rhino hybrid.
Yeah, they look like a bear and.
The one thing I do like about this game's trait systems is that you can lose your traits really easily if your people fuck up.
Is this a different spy who also literally obviously looks like a spy?
Yeah, no, the thing is, in these portraits, they're very... So, like, look, he's got a bit of a beard. If I take my other one... Hang on, where is he? This man, right over here. You can see, like, he has less of a beard, but
he
more of
looks
an angry face.
Too. Like, he looks a lot angrier than the guy with the beard.
I've got diplomats.
You have to understand, this is, like, centuries ago. They didn't really have all of their... like espionage stuff down yet, so these mistakes are very understandable.
Genre savvy enough to like,
yeah.
I will say, I'm assuming it's not a problem with Stable Diffusion because it runs off your computer. But with Midjourney, it runs through Discord.
Yeah.
And unless you pay for like an enterprise account, you can't get like a private channel just to do your own work in. All the other the trial and the consumer tiers, you have to put your prompts in publicly and you get your results publicly.
Yeah.
Which I don't know, I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. The problem is you can see other people's prompts and there's some fucking pedophiles in the Midjourney.
Oh yes.
Yeah, because you see the prompts like 13-year-old, underwear, blonde, blue. It's just
I love that they fucking do that in like a public channel. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, everyone knows exactly who you are.
Yeah. Like,
it's like you're
just sit in there, call the police on people.
Well, I was just like, man, I don't know. I saw it once, and I think if I see it again, I'm just gonna. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go like to the Midjourney mods. I'm just gonna go. Well, Discord probably won't do fucking anything.
Oh yeah, I mean Discord might delete the server to like wash their hands of it.
Oh yeah, this is what
they have a tendency of doing when there's like shitty illegal content. Is they just ban the users, and then don't tell anyone about it.
Ah, fuck. I don't.
And the fucked up thing is the pedophiles know they're doing wrong because they never like ask for any explicit art to be generated. It's just like close enough to the line. It's like always underwear and swimsuits, and it's just like everybody knows why you're fucking doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. It was supposed to be a bridge battle. Fuck it. Right. I'm fucking... You know what? I'm gonna do what people will fucking call me out for, but I'm gonna do fucking say scumming. Because I wanted a fucking bridge battle.
That's understandable, honestly. I'm on board with that.
Also, because for some reason the barbarians are particularly fucking strong in this game. They're fucking spearmen. Jesus. Yeah. Then again, positioning in this game tends to be quite important.
But by the way, this technology is definitely going to get used to make child pornography. Like, that's not even...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
I wonder, like...
Also, they have been... I'm sure you've been seeing, like, the Victorian big titty anime waifu artwork.
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's actually I'm in the channel. I'm in like the channel for the thing that runs Stable Diffusion on my computer, and they have a specific not safe for work channel where they discuss not safe for work prompts.
The thing is, like, other people will ask for prompts because they want to get similar artwork, and like the original post will list the prompts, and then say artist 1, artist 2, and it's like, oh, you actually have to tell the AI to copy another artist to get that style. It's like, oh, great.
It's like, it's when you want a specific thing. You can also put in art movements, and you can like combine the styles of various artists.
But it's like you find out well, it can be based in some aspects, but other aspects, it's like there are artists who are like actively working, like doing commissions and stuff. It's not like classical artists. It's like artists who are still working and doing art as a job, and it's like I kind of have an issue with that.
That is understandable, but probably most of the artists that are like working and doing commissions at this point in time are not going to be big enough names to be in there. That being said, this is going to replace, like, this is 100% going to take away jobs from a lot of artists. Like, I don't like that people are pretending like that's not going to happen, just as much as I don't like people pretending that, like, nothing. All right,
bridge battle. Let's go.
Like,
Let's go, bridge battle.
Art, because it's not going to destroy art either. It's just going to change it. No. Because now it's like there's a lot of availability for art that's like not ideal but good enough, and I think a lot of big businesses are gonna like drastically cut down on their concept art stuff and like leave that to a smaller number of concept artists.
Bridge battle.
Yeah, along with and like I think I said in a previous call, like graphic artists and like copyright, corporate artists. Yeah, they're gonna get wrecked. They're not gonna, because I mean, if you look at corporate art already, it's already so disconnected, and it's that was a whole meme a while ago. It was just about how
like the Firefox logo.
Yeah, like how dead modern corporate art is, and it's like, oh well, we could just replace it with an AI now. We don't even need a person to make it. So
I wonder if that will lead to. I wonder if we'll see something like concept artists that are getting contracted by companies having to negotiate in their contract that their art is not to be fed into an AI that will just replace them down the line.
They can't really change. I actually, that's a good point for like an AI that is specifically for the company. Because if they do publish it, this is gonna be like Stable Diffusion is open source, for instance. And they feed all kinds of shit in there.
Yeah. I mean,
which I think is actually good. I don't want to use any of the commercial ones, because they fuck around with your outputs, and who knows like what kind of corporate narrative that they follow, right? People are always like, you should be scared of this because it's anarchy. Just like, yeah, I know, but that's better than like having it be controlled by some big corporation.
I was actually thinking about.
Well, you get a lot of artists. You get some artists, especially the more paranoid and reactionary, comparing this to NFTs, and it's like, no, it's not the same thing as NFTs. No. There's no obvious scam here. There's no.
This is actual staying power. NFTs were just a joke.
Yeah, NFTs were just a joke.
This will do actual damage to artists.
Yeah,
it's not even because of what it is, but because of just the system that we live in.
Oh shit.
At the same time, it is also an incredible tool.
Used correctly by it's like self-driving cars that are going to take away jobs from a lot of truck drivers. At some point, that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's some I've kind of accepted, and my goal is if it replaces me before I can retire, to just move into a field alongside, somewhere else in the industry, just keep myself open.
But it's the thing with there's always like adjacent fields of things you can do, but the problem with all of that is that you do need to do some shit to like make a living. So like that's the ultimate. When people are taking aim at AI for this being a problem, they're kind of missing the point systemically.
Yeah, it's the fact that those jobs, that people need those jobs rather than the fact that the jobs are being taken by AI.
Look at this, bruh. Look at this shit.
If we could automate, like the majority of like resource farming and such like farming.
Why aren't you firing though?
Yeah. Then the need for jobs would probably not be as bad.
Because I mean, when you look at stuff like the whole modern art movement, the art that looks like shit kind of stuff, that happened because the camera was invented, and artists were like, "Well, fuck you, then we're just gonna draw shitty things then."
Well, and then people started to like the shitty things.
Yeah,
it's like, you made a cartoon character with rubber hose arms.
Holy shit.
Now,
holy fuck, that's a lot of missiles.
And I feel like that's going to be a similar situation.
Someone invented a camera, and now we have 3D CGI hentai.
Yeah.
That is exactly it.
I think the point I was trying to make more is that kind of being able to automate all of the jobs that are like absolutely
kill the general.
Is a pretty decent step towards kind of post-scarcity.
Yeah.
Well, okay, and that leaves me wondering, like, why so many people who seem to be like pro automation and pro like doing all this stuff, a lot of them seem to be really against stuff like socials. They seem to be.
It's because they don't understand it. They're like they think it's just not gonna be a problem.
Well, yeah, but it's like, oh, we're going to continue to make money without the workers and all that. Well, it's like, if you don't pay the workers, then how are they going to get money to buy your products?
You're not going to... this is the whole capitalist meta-narrative ethos that we've fed. Like, I think most people who believe in capitalism, really they do it because they don't understand that, first of all, they're not part of the capitalist class. And they're not going to be fine. Because it's usually people who are, like, fine. And have always been fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
Oh, shit.
But it's also an opportunity to pose an alternative. Because like, one of the biggest kind of capitalist talking points is that everyone needs to work because we need resources.
Yeah.
But if automation is good enough, then we don't need people to work.
This is a very interesting experience. I was watching the movie Lincoln, about Abraham Lincoln. And the
Not the other
Republicans in that film, who were the progressives, it touched on like a lot of the political narratives of the time, and they were talking about like, oh yes, what's going to happen with all this new technology is that people are going to have to like work a lot less, and almost no one's going to have to be working at that point in time. And I was like,
I can
but in all fairness, that also kind of did happen. Like that back then, there wasn't a 40-hour work week. That was a piece of progress in that direction.
Gosh, my Portiari's, holy shit! Look at them, 38 people.
Like a good example is actually there's a book I'm reading right now, called The Box, and it's about the shipping container, and about how the shipping container, like I'm about 3 chapters in, and all he's talking about is just how the longshoreman job and the culture and the state of like workers' rights and unionizations, unions on the docks, and how thanks to the shipping container, all of that is just gone. Because it used to be before the modern shipping container, it would take like a week to unload and load a ship. So there was, it was very hard, back-breaking, dangerous work, but it was highly paid. The longshoremen were unionized. You know, despite it, it was a very good job. It was very honorable. Well, not outside of the culture, but within the culture, it was really like it was like a really good profession.
Yeah,
you know, being a longshoreman. But you know, he said this, he touched on the same exact thing. They were like, "Oh, now that we can load and unload a ship like within 8 hours." You know, that'll make a lot. That they thought it would make less work. It's like, and now look at it. You know, the longshoremen are still working 10, 12, 14 hours a day, but now they're doing like 4 or 5 like super carrier size ships.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, it didn't make less work. It just meant that they could do more work for less money. That's what ended up happening.
I'd find it difficult to like only ascribe that to the emergence of new technology. Like you have to consider the culture and the political realities of when that was like properly introduced.
Well, it's not that the shipping container was the only reason. Is that the shipping container was a catalyst for all these other things to happen.
Yeah, but again, it could have also been a catalyst in like another direction. Like the people like to instrumentalize the technology as a factor that acts as its own proper agent, and that's not as true as people like to make it out to be. It's a lot of it is just what people do with that technology.
Right.
I just completely mass routed them without losing many casualties. Holy shit!
Like if for instance, if people are loading or unloading docks, if those kinds of operations were worker-owned businesses at that point, things would have looked very different.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is like I don't know. I'm still early on in the book. He, of course, when you're talking about something like that, you have to set the story of what led to it, of the factors leading into it.
Shipping containers fucking rock too. I was at a university lecture about them a while ago, and they're really cool.
Oh yeah. That's what I find interesting is that now we're starting to get a lot of like more communications and videos just about seemingly very mundane things. That's why I love listening to like the What Could Go Wrong podcast, or reading books like this, or other books of just about mundane things, because there's a really interesting story behind them.
Did you ever watch How It Works on TV? Like
No.
Oh yeah,
On
yeah,
Discovery, I think it was.
Yeah, there's how it's made and there's like how it works. Yeah,
They were really good shows.
yeah. Oh yeah, totally. But actually, there's a guy I forgot. I think his name is like Jubilee or Jujubee or something on YouTube, and he does parody audio over how it's made videos.
Yes,
And
I love it.
My favorite one is the beef jerky video, where it's like there's like an ancient council of beef jerky clerics, and whenever one dies, they were instantly replaced by another one, and they've been working for thousands of years, feeling the jerky.
That's a real thing, by the way. That's for real.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
They don't want you to know that.
God damn.
Also, he made an entire video just shitting on the state of Wyoming.
I mean,
lol.
Isn't that the
I mean,
least,
is that
popular?
really out of character for him?
I mean, is that really out of character for anyone? I mean,
Wyoming,
it's really easy. It's really not that hard to trash on Wyoming.
Isn't it like the least populated state in the US?
Yeah, it's one of the largest and it's one of the least populated. It also
right into the
has
microphone as well.
Yeah.
it has some of the most gorgeous national parks in the world.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the Yellowstone and the Tetons.
I love that there's a fucking national park called Tetons, dude. There's some about that word is titties, dude.
They do kind of look like titties, like Tomb Raider PlayStation 1 titties.
Lol.
Yeah.
The good old days, the peak of titties.
Yeah.
Those are pretty based.
My favorite videos coming out of Yellowstone are videos of tourists who are just fucking stupid, just getting way too close to bison.
Ooh.
Yeah, I've seen that.
How
Shit.
about,
That's funny.
I mean, if you want to see like 175-pound like blonde-haired soccer mom go flying in the air, that's your ticket.
How about Joe Bison? How about
Joe Bison?
Joe Bison? The Joe Bison.
Oh.
Apparently he's gonna be doing some things either today or tomorrow to help make weed more legal on a federal level.
That's cool.
I don't know exactly what he's doing, but he's doing things.
He's doing things.
The dark Brandon arc.
He could just make it legal though. Like literally, he does not need. He just needs to do one thing and immediately becomes legal. It's the same with like student loan debt and shit. He just refuses to do it. Aside from like the $10,000 thing.
Well, I think I'm kind of. I mean, I'm not too hopeful. I'm not too hyped up for it, but I'm kind of hoping that Democrats and liberals are slowly starting to realize that trying to appease Republicans is not going to fucking work.
No.
That compromising is not going to work, and that's what I'm hoping is happening.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not too hopeful because, yeah, it's the fucking Democrats.
Yeah, I wouldn't hold my breath for that, honestly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, apparently, people like Matt Walsh are just coming out and saying it. They're pro-teen pregnancy as long as the kid's married.
Yeah, I saw the thing.
It's fucking insane, bro. Like, I love the shit people pull.
I love the fucking the like. Oh, I'm for teen pregnancy. No, but you don't understand. Only if the child is married. Like,
not
no. I'm pro animal cruelty, but only if you make small children watch. Like,
No,
it's
but
not
like
that bad.
he was also arguing for what was it? Oh yeah, that abortions at no like people the peak time to get people pregnant is 16.
Yeah, like when like girls are most fertile when they're 16,
Which is not true.
and it's like
Yeah, it isn't
yeah,
true. That isn't true.
no, it's yeah,
That
it's
is a
not
not
true.
big
that's
fat
true.
lie.
Yeah,
and,
just making that clear.
yeah,
No, the only reason to do that is one, you're a disgusting pedophile pervert, and two, it's to lock down this future adults from participating in society because you're locking them down with children.
Yeah.
And with like, so they'll never be able to go to school, they'll never be able to properly participate in society.
Which is something that I never really understood, like why you would want to groom a bitch to like, because then it's just whatever you made that person. You know what I mean? Is they're not really,
Yeah.
especially if you like isolate them from society. They don't have any external input. They don't become like an interesting person.
They just turn into a doll that
Yeah,
that you just
well,
I
that's, like,
I don't think that that's what they're looking for. I don't think an interesting person is what the groomer is.
but why
looking
would
for.
you like?
Narcissism.
I get. I obviously from like a standpoint of I get it. But like from like my personal preferences type deal, it's like why would you not want to be with an interesting person?
Because of narcissism. It's literally narcissism. It's
yeah, it's not like I started watching the first couple episodes of Handmaid's Tale,
Yeah.
and I think that shows a lot. That's showing a lot of what I think Republicans want, especially with how open they are about it. And it's like, yeah, they don't care about being around interesting people. They just want to have power. They want to have domination over other people.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's what it really boils down to. Also, man, I never, because I read the book Handmaid's Tale when I was like really, really young, so I forgot most of it.
Yeah.
The sex scenes in Handmaid's Tale are so fucking awkward. They're so fucking bad.
How so?
They're intended to be bad. They're intended to be bad.
Yeah.
Because the way they have sex is like the handmaid will lay down on the bed and the wife will hold the handmaid's head in her lap, and then the guy will come in and and fuck the handmaid while staring at his wife, who's holding the handmaid's head in her lap.
Fuck?
Very
Yeah.
normal.
so they're
Very,
swingers.
very normal.
That's not that bad.
And the worst part is when the handmaid goes to give birth, and like if the miracle actually happens and they are actually able to conceive, then when they give birth, all the other handmaids in the city or the town come to help the handmaid. Like they're actually like midwives. They do like actual
They have to
medical
deliver.
work. Yeah, they help. Yeah, they actually do their job. But then all the wives gather with the wife who was with the handmaid while, having sex, and they do a simulated pregnancy, like a
Bruh.
simulated birth. Like you see all the handmaids doing the real work, and then you see all the wives with the wife, like telling the wife to breathe and all this shit. Like it's theater, and then when the handmaid's when the baby's about to pop out, she'll do the same thing she did during the sex, and she'll like hold the handmaid's head in her lap and like scream and breathe with the handmaid as the babies come. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. It's so bad.
Definitely what I imagined, though.
Imagine like you're giving birth. I know this is already like a bit of a stretch premise.
Yeah. Out of my
But-
ass.
Like you're giving birth, and while you're doing it, some random woman who is not really part of the pregnancy whatsoever is just screaming at you
Yeah.
as if she is also giving birth.
Are the handmaids
no,
expected to be quiet during all this?
No, they're screaming too.
Okay.
Because
That would have been like extra fucked up.
No, she's screaming too, and then once the baby's born, it's like the baby's like the only time the handmaid ever sees the baby is when she has to feed it.
Oh no!
That's God.
That's the only time she's. Yeah, and the worst part is because the whole reason, like, what helped instigate this hellish society was there was something happened. There was like a plague or something, which made the majority of women infertile.
Yeah.
So handmaids are women who are fertile, and like, and pretty much everybody else is infertile. So the only reason the handmaids are around is because they're capable of giving birth.
It's because women had to get themselves sick.
Yeah.
There's probably like some like whatever Discord there is. Like whoever Matt Walsh is in that universe is saying exactly that kind of shit.
All the men are fine. They can get the women pregnant, so it's not their fault.
Yeah.
It's women.
Yeah, the men.
Of course.
That's
how it works.
Yeah, lol.
Shooting blanks, it's the women's fault. But even then, there's like there's only certain men are allowed to be married and stuff, and of course, it's only the most powerful, men, the leaders. Yeah, all the other like most of the men you see are like either servants or they're military or police. There's a lot of police because, of course, in the perfect Christian society, you need like cops, like you need like 40 cops per square mile or something.
Yeah, yeah, obviously.
It's just, it's a very, and then the worst part is if a handmaid either has a stillbirth or is unable to conceive 3 times in a row, they become an unwoman and are sent to basically slave camps.
Wait, what do you?
What?
So there's no like point where a handmaid becomes just a regular woman, right?
No. They are stuck in their. They can only go down.
Incredible.
And the lowest rank is the unwomen, which are sent out to the colonies, which are basically concentration work camps, because of course this country that replaced the United States, they had to fight for it. So there's a lot of nuclear wastelands in the United States, and they're called colonies, and they're sent there to try to rehabilitate the lands.
Yeah.
Which means they work to death until either they just die of starvation, stress, or radiation poisoning.
Normal things.
Yeah. Normal things. And they managed to turn the Washington Monument into a giant cross. That was
of course, LMAO.
I think I may have done that in a short story of mine too at some point. It's too easy not to do.
Yeah.
Fair point.
Yeah, LMAO.
Like come on.
Yeah.
Is that
really
the
need
big phallic
this
object
fucking
like next to the big bit of water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cleopatra's Needle, as they say. As cool.
Actually, one really cool design thing I saw in some of the promotional material for Handmaid's Tale is that the United States still exists, but it only exists as a country in Alaska and Hawaii. The lower 48 were not completely taken over, but were annexed by the country of Gilead, which is the country I'm taught. Yeah, but the American flag in this, because of course the U.S. still exists in Alaska and Hawaii. So what the flag looks like, it looks like our flag, but only two. And all the stars are there, but the stars are all but two of them are outlines. Only two of them are full stars. The rest are outlines.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Which I think is really cool. Yeah, it means that the United States intends to come back some way. You know.
Strange.
What they stole.
Yeah.
Come on, I need more fucking building slots.
And in the background, of course, there's Gilead's in a state of civil war because, of course, it is Canada and Mexico are helping rebellions. Like most of Texas is under rebel control. California, part of it's under rebel control. Like Washington, Montana, North Dakota. If you look at maps, it's like, oh, we're having a civil war. Here's where the great country of Gilead is under control, and here's where the godless rebels are.
Yeah. The South rose again.
Yeah.
But
also,
I suppose based this time because they're like anti-holding women as slaves. Unless they're like, we're pro the whole women as slave stuff. We just also want the black people thing back.
They do public hangings of gay people, of people of intellect, like doctors and scientists, and also of non their specific form of Christianity, so Catholics, Baptists, Jews, Muslims, like every religious person who's not them, they all get publicly hanged, and they do it the old school way. They just hang him and they leave him.
Oh, good.
Well, that sounds kind of based.
Damn.
Does it know?
I love it when either fictional or real societies just decide to get rid of all of their doctors, because those aren't important people in the society.
Yeah, but the problem with the doctors is that they're under they're under the thumb of the devil, and they give you things like condoms and contraception and vaccines.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool at all.
Oh shit.
Also, I like because I read the wiki for Handmaid's Tale, just diving deeper into the lore, and for the state of Gilead, under international relations, it's has been sanctioned by the entire UN.
I love that there's an extended universe to that, though. That's really that fucking rocks.
Oh yeah, and it's like those maps I told you about. Those are just people taking screenshots from the backgrounds.
Oh yeah, it's a television show, right? Yeah.
I like that it's been sanctioned by the entire UN, and yet still operates perfectly fine.
It's not
displaying.
It's doing that thing where initially it shows it being a functional state, but in the background and stuff, you see the cracks. Of how the society is just not.
Yeah, but the society is failing because it's a shit society, not because the UN sanctions did anything.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. Actually, before I end, just one of the little things that happened that just shows you just how fucking terrible this whole society is that all the handmaids are not allowed to walk outside on their own. They have the handmaids from different houses have to schedule and partner up if they need to go to the grocery store or if they want to go to the park. They always have to walk in twos. So our our main character goes with her handmaid, with another handmaid, to the grocery store, and the thing you realize is they're walking through the store, and like all the cans, all the boxes, there's no like words on them. It's just pictures of food.
Oh.
And then her and her partner meet up with two other handmaids that they know, and they just start gossiping and talking, and one of the handmaids says, "Oh, did you hear that Commander so and so is going to be heading down to Washington?" Yeah, I read about it in the newspaper, and they all go silent. She's like, I'm just kidding. I didn't know. I didn't read.
Oh man. So what? Reading is prohibited now?
Reading's
Yes,
the only
the point.
The only women who are allowed to read are the aunts. Aunts are, God, I hate the aunts. Aunts are older, infertile women who take on the role as like caretakers of the handmaids and all the other female classes, and they're the only ones who can read out of all the women.
This is like for 20 minutes into the... I know that that's a point of criticism that a lot of people have with that particular setting, but it's a 20 minutes into the future thing where a lot of societal changes happen that just would not have been able to happen within that time span.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's the thing with the time span is like... the plague happened. I think it was like in 2005, and shortly after there was the huge like Christian movements that happened, and then the modern day for the show is like 2019. So it's like, okay, you went 14 years from United States facing a health crisis to a massive civil war and the United States turning into a complete totalitarian state that is worse than North Korea.
How did all those women unlearn reading? Like, that's what I want to know.
Blunt force trauma.
Well, they do callbacks. They do callbacks to the before times, and it's kind. I feel like I'm hoping to get more into it because it seemed like it just fucking happened. Like one day, like literally, like she has flashbacks, and it's like, oh, she's living her normal life as a young adult, and then you see in the background there's like news about like fertility rates and all these stillbirths happening, and like less and less people are being born. And you start seeing like massive prayer groups outside of hospitals, and you start seeing in the background reports of like hospitals being bombed, and like state capitals.
Hey, they already do that, but they make it where there's no children born anyway. So that's apparently some that fits.
Yeah, and then like the turning point for her was when she went to work. And then a bunch of guys in like black military uniforms with guns came to her office job, talked to the head of the company, and forced the head of the company to gather up all the people and tell all the women that they were being let go.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that's, I still, like, that does not account for the fact that women somehow have unlearned reading. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, no, from the way the handmaids act, it's like, we all know how to read, but we're not allowed to read.
Okay, yeah, that makes a bit more sense.
Yeah, because because the way she said, I read about it in newspapers, she said it like a normal person, and then she had to like go back and say, no, I didn't. No, I did. I'm just playing around. It's like they all.
Yeah.
In the modern day,
of trolling.
There are several states where like a fifth of the people are not literate.
Oh yeah.
In like modern day US.
Well, like that's fair.
They're not on the East Coast though, and I'm pretty sure that's where the book is set.
Yeah, I think it's set in Massachusetts.
Yeah.
From what it looks like.
Oh,
both book and TV show.
Lol.
Okay, it's 90% in.
But like,
Massachusetts.
I don't know. You look at like other future, like in Cyberpunk 2077, the literacy rate is only like 53%.
Like, I get what they're trying to say, but it's
How?
That's what I'm trying to figure. Well, like, I guess I have to go read the core and like the source books, because I'm guessing like the people who can't read just operate off of iconography. Like that's the only way I can see that working. But even that's like a form of reading.
Yeah, no, yeah, but
yeah,
like,
I mean that's like just reading, but with a bigger amount of letters. Like,
yeah,
might as well just have fewer letters, and just fucking just do that. You know what I mean?
Being illiterate doesn't mean you look at a piece of paper and it's like, I don't know what any of this is. It's like the skill of reading. So, like, can you read something that's like written
No,
for children
I'm aware, but it's it's generally a pretty unlikely thing for a society to regress in a way that like there is technology and also most people are illiterate. That's just not a particularly realistic scenario.
Sure.
yeah. Well, going back to Handmaid's Tale, there's no like in the before times, like when she's going back in her memory, you see TVs and phones and computers and everywhere, but it's like going back to the modern time in Gilead, there's like the only technology you see are like cars, jets, weapons.
How are they? How the fuck are they even like surviving? Like,
I don't know.
Because apparently the whole world hates them.
The whole world hates them. They don't have internet, or I've not seen a.
How do they have an effective military? You know, that's my kind of question. Anyway, it's actually time to end the stream.
Yeah.
We've been going for a bit too long, even. So, thank you all very much. See you around, cunts.
See you around.
And that